Hey friends, Jenny Hughes here from Lighter Life Coaching. I feel like I've been having some really interesting and important conversations with people lately about change and about how the old ways of doing things aren't really working for people anymore. For example, just take the career path. The way it used to be was, okay, you go get an education, and then you get a job, and a lot of times people would stay at the same company for their whole career and raise a family, retire, and relax, right? Well, how many of you know someone that's really working for right now? I mean, I think I can think of some people who are already retired that maybe that path worked for them. But I have to say, I was pretty disappointed when that path really didn't work out for me, and I'm not seeing it work out for people currently. People are switching jobs a lot, and one thing I've really noticed is people having a more urgent calling to do things that they love, to be more on purpose, and to have a greater impact. So it seems like now it's just about more than kind of the daily grind. Yes? Another example is in marketing. I've been talking to a lot of people who are just like, marketing doesn't work. Like that thing that I learned from so-and-so that worked fantastic for them 5 years ago or even 1 year ago, it just doesn't work, like crickets. And after reading this book it's called A Whole New Mind, and it's about how right brain is becoming more and more important. Intuition and creativity are becoming more important than the left brains wanting to just be focused on information and data. And where that comes in my coaching is that intuition is really important. If people want to have a purposeful, fulfilling life, they need to be able to check in with their own inner guidance, with their own star player. Everybody has this star player inside of them that is just waiting to give you the direction that's in alignment with your purpose and your passion and the steps that you should do. And the problem is that's blocked. And how is it blocked? Very simple. It's blocked by stress and tension. Stress and tension block us from our creativity and our intuition and that connection to our own inner wisdom, that inner guidance. And I'm not saying I've conquered this. I struggle with it too. But I find that helping other people connect with that helps me too. And that's what I love, and that's why I'm passionate about coaching. And if you saw my previous video, you might know I've been struggling with that, with the job title of life coach, because as I recently discovered in a Toastmasters project, the word coach actually refers to someone telling someone else what to do. Like when I think of the word, I think of a football coach or, like a sports coach, and he's telling the team members what they should do and teaching them strategies. And what I learned in Toastmasters is that coaching is actually a short-term strategy. It is when you receive the exact steps or get taught a particular strategy for reaching a short-term goal. So in a football game, they've got a goal is to win the game, right? And that's a short-term goal. If I'm working with my mentee in Toastmasters and they are struggling with the anxiety about speaking so much that they can't get up in front of the room to give their speech, then we're going to set a short-term goal to reduce that anxiety. And I will give them specific steps for reducing or even eliminating that anxiety so that they can speak. However, there is this much deeper calling for a more powerful connection, and that is the connection to your inner knowing, where you're not getting the exact steps from outside of you, you're getting your direction and the things that you should do from inside of you. And you are working with that star player inside of you. And what blocks that star player is stress and tension. The stress that keeps our minds running in overdrive all the time, and the tension that is stored in our body and keeps us in fight or flight. It keeps us in a defensive mode. And when we are in that state, creativity and intuition and our connection to our star player, those are literally cut off. So my most powerful work is when I'm able to show somebody how to reduce that stress, reduce that tension, give them strategies for doing that themselves so that they can connect with that inner star player to figure out what direction they should be taking and what they should be doing, their exact steps, not me telling them. I have a number of different ways that I am working with people. One of the most powerful, simple ones is to jump on a call with me. I have these complimentary clarity calls. They take about 30 minutes, and they're great because I have a lot of powerful questions that I ask that help you kind of turn inward for those answers. And by the end of the call, we figure out, okay, here's where you are, here's where you want to be, here's your biggest obstacle, what's your next best step to start heading to where you want to be. So I offer clarity calls, and I have openings for those right now. I teach classes, both online and in person, like lunchtime workshops. I will come to your company if you're within like 60 miles of me. And my webinar. I have a 33-minute webinar that I do live, but I also have a recorded version in case you can't make the live time, can catch the recording. And you can grab that right off of my website at lighterlifecoaching.com. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your thoughts on this whole concept of things not working the way that they used to. Like, we have to figure out, we have to tap into ourselves and figure out our next best steps and how to navigate this quickly changing world. I didn't even get into one thing I wanted to talk about, was change management. We humans we don't like change. So the fact that our world is changing faster and faster and faster, we need some change management skills. And I think a big part of that is being in touch with this inner knowing and even the inner peace to keep us from just spinning in our tracks. So anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please comment, or heck, call me. Let's do a clarity session, or text me even at 530-389-4141. Check out my website at lighterlifecoaching.com. It's also under jennylhughes.com. That might be easier to type in and find. And I look forward to connecting with you. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.